Coming up next on Columbus Connections, people talk about needing help, being laid off, being underemployed, needing job training. Somebody needs to do something about it. Well, somebody does, and we're going to talk about it coming up next. Welcome to Columbus Connections. I am your host, David Britt, and we are still battling the pandemic. We are still dealing with COVID-19. Vaccinations are out there. People are still being affected by it. If your job is being affected by it, whether you've been laid off or underemployed, you may need some extra funding to help you get on your feet. Well, there are options for that. There is a grant to help you do just that. Also, we're going to talk a little bit about job training. If you didn't know, there are options for you. You're not alone. People are here to help. I have Miss Aviana Jackson with the Job Training Division, and we're going to talk about some of that stuff. How's you doing?
Great. How about you? Thanks for having me.
I'm doing good. Thank you for being here. Now, you've been with the Job Training Division for about a year. Where'd you come from before there?
Okay, so prior to JTD, I actually worked for the state office administering WIOA, which is what we do here at JTD. So I was a policy person up there, and I'm a policy person here.
Gotcha. Now, you are in a very important position because there are so many people that have been laid off, that are out of work. What does the Job Training Division, what can they do for those people?
So we help individuals find employment. We also match employers with ready-to-work individuals. And we sometimes work with the Georgia Department of Labor to either avert or minimize the impact of layoffs within our service area. It's a really big bowl of services. So if you're interested, just feel free to either call us or stop by our office.
All right. Well, yeah. Well, before we get into the COVID, let's just talk about that. Even without the pandemic being a thing, if someone is laid off from their job or needs job training, there are options for them to get that help.
Yes. So we have two types of services. There are our basic career services, and anyone is eligible for those. So that's anything from job placement to skill assessment to resume help. So if you've been laid off and you're looking to immediately get back into that job market, we can help you through any of those services.
That's interesting. Some people think, you just go down to the unemployment office and that is your only option. I don't think a lot of people really understand that the Job Training Division is out there to help them.
So we partner with the Georgia Department of Labor to help individuals find work. So
Gotcha.
GDOL focuses a lot on that unemployment insurance program, as well as their own job placement through Employ Georgia. However, we help those that may have barriers or may have been experiencing a significant detachment
Gotcha.
from that labor market.
Understood. Now, as far as COVID, what is being done, or what can be done to help with COVID?
So right now we have a federal grant called the National Dislocated Worker Grant, where we are either helping individuals who are underemployed or unemployed as a result of COVID. We are also helping public agencies and humanitarian organizations find additional support. So if you fall into either of those categories, then we can help you.
Gotcha. And that's unemployed, underemployed. I'm sorry, say the rest of it now.
So specifically for individuals, there are four categories that they can fall into to receive services under that grant. They are either what we call a general dislocated worker, which means they were laid off or terminated due to no fault of their own, currently receiving unemployment benefits, or they are eligible to receive unemployment benefits, and they are unlikely to return to their previous occupation. So
Gotcha.
think of those individuals that may have been laid off from a manufacturing job, or a lot of our vets qualify as part of that because they're leaving the military.
Gotcha.
And not returning. The second category is anyone who's been unemployed more than 26 weeks. So if you have not had a job in 26 weeks, we would be able to help you under that grant. Anyone who was either temporarily or permanently laid off as a result of COVID, so think of your restaurants that had to lay off servers, maybe your child care facilities that were temporarily laying off caregivers, they would be eligible for this grant. And then the fourth category is those who were self-employed
Gotcha.
And now either experience a significant loss of income or are completely unemployed due to COVID. So
Gotcha.
those are the four target groups we're trying to reach.
Right. And if you're receiving any other kind of funding, does that affect you being able to apply for this?
So it depends.
Okay.
For the most part, any type of federal program would not affect your eligibility for our program, specifically WIOA. Depending on which program, like if you're receiving SNAP, TANF, or disability, those actually help you with our program because those are automatic qualifiers for some of them. And if you are a student enrolled at one of our training providers or colleges or universities across Georgia, we can provide additional funding if you are a Pell recipient.
Gotcha. Gotcha. How do people apply?
So to apply, you would have to contact our office. You can either call us, email us, or check us out on our website. So on our website, there's a contact us button that you can use, and it sends a little info sheet straight to us, and then we would reach out to you.
Gotcha. What are those phone numbers in the website?
Our phone number is 706-653-4529. Our email is JTD, so that's J as in job, T as in training, D as in division @columbusga.org.
Gotcha. Now, with these type of, your position is one of those, like I said, it's so important, and you get to help so many people. And you know, sometimes the public administrators, they get a bad rap of the city government, but there are so many people like yourself that are working behind the scenes to help people. What is it about your job and what you do that you find fulfilling or that you find interesting?
It would be the problem-solving part.
Yeah.
So I'm a policy
You
wonk.
look like a problem solver. I can see you,
Yeah.
You look like bringing your problems to me and I'm going to solve them.
I am a problem solver. So I'm a policy wonk by trade.
Yeah.
I went to UGA for 6 years to get my undergrad and my graduate degree.
Got you.
And fell in love with public administration and the creative ways to solve our problems. Because governments, we run on limited funds, limited resources, and people will always need help.
Right.
So that's how I'm at JTD now. I decided to use my powers for good and help with workforce development.
That's awesome, and we are so thankful. This is Columbus. We have great people working in our government that are very helpful. Again, I'm gonna let the professional explain it again. Give us those categories again, please, of who can apply for this grant.
So individuals can apply. Either you are underemployed or unemployed as a result of COVID is the general, the general requirements.
Right.
Or if you are an organization that is providing humanitarian assistance to those affected by COVID. So that's providing food, housing, or clothing. Or if you are a public agency who needs additional support, we will be able to service you under this grant.
Awesome. And if aside from the grant, the other things that the Job Training Division does are?
So we also have our general WIOA grant, and through that grant we service our adult population. So that's anyone over the age of 18 who is authorized to work in the U.S. and we can verify their identity. And if they're male over the age of 18, they are registered for the Selective Service. We can service them as an adult. Our dislocated workers, we have 8 categories. I'm not going to go through all of them. Right. Our 2 most popular are those who were laid off due to no fault of their own, receiving unemployment, and unlikely to return to their previous occupation. The other biggest category is our vets. With Fort Benning being down the road, anyone who is transitioning out of the military, they are eligible for our services. A popular program with our vets is our project management and our Lean Six. So if you are a vet and you want additional credentials to help you transition out, you can come see us. And let's see. And then our third program is our youth program. That is normally our most popular one. It's the one most people are most familiar with. That's us serving individuals between the ages of 14 and 24. Youth. We either help them get their GEDs or we put them to work through our summer work program.
Awesome. Give us your phone number one more time.
So our phone is 706-653-4529. And our email is jtd@columbusga.org. And our website is columbusga.gov/WIA, which is W as in women, I as in India, A as in apple.
People, there is help out there, job training, grants, there is help out there available to you. Please use these resources. Please share this with those who may be able to use these resources. They are out there. We don't want them to go away. We want them to be used, and we know that people are there that need it. Again, thanks for watching, and please share this information. This has been Columbus Connection.